green tea loving, White Lotus membering Uncle Iroh is perhaps one of the most insightful characters in the Avatar: The Last Airbender series. From the first episode until the last episode, he offers important wisdom to his nephew, among others, who are in need of his perspective. And whether his wisdom was received or ignored, he continually offers meaningful input out of love and care for those around him. Here are some of the best lines of wisdom we've heard from Uncle Iroh. At the beginning of Beto of the Water Tribe, Prince Zuko and his Uncle Iroh are having tea, something Uncle Iroh does often. But this challenges his nephew Prince Zuko, who is characteristically restless and impulsive. As they sit being still, and moments before they are interrupted, Uncle Iroh says this: "A moment of quiet is good for your mental well-being." And Uncle Iroh has not always had quiet and stillness in his life. In fact, years before the show takes place, he was a warrior who endured many challenges and tragedies. So when he approaches the Crystal Caves with Avatar Aang, who had just decided to protect his friend instead of continue his study of the chakras, Uncle Iroh encourages him about his decision, saying this: "Protection and power are overrated. I think you are wise to choose happiness and love." A great example of Uncle Iroh's long-suffering love for his nephew occurs after Azula, Prince Zuko's maniacal sister, tells him that their father regrets banishing him and wishes for him to return to the Fire Nation. Uncle Iroh is able to see through this and warns his nephew: "I care about you, and if Ozai wants you back, well, I think it may not be for the reasons you imagine." Even after being berated by his nephew for these words, he goes with him on his journey home in the interest of protecting him. And in another of the many moments his nephew Zuko was angry, Uncle Iroh tries to guide him to a solution to his frustration. After struggling to understand how to perform Uncle Iroh's secret firebending move, which you can learn about in a link below, Uncle Iroh puts things in perspective, saying, "Pride is not the opposite of shame, but its source. True humility is the only antidote to shame."